What about the investing business? Just in 2017, it was a bliss. Of late, suddenly I meet so many investors, they are saying, oh God, why did we put our money? A lot of these first-time investors, and my fear, sir, is that they may not come back into the market for the next few years. Your take on that?
Yeah, of course, because the approach in the market is wrong. No, they have never. You ask anybody who has come into this market that have they really done any courses? What experience do they have? Have they done? If you want to become a doctor, you are doing MBBS for 5 years or LLB for 5 years.
Yeah.
So what kind of homework are you doing? What kind of academical qualification you have to do to come into the market?
Right.
Nothing. So that is why I've said many times that, you see, investing is a blessed business.
Yeah.
Okay. According to me, it's a sacred business. I remember I have read one poem in my childhood that I am monarch of all I survey. My right there is none to dispute. So, and it means that actually I own everything, but I don't possess anything. Okay. So, so this is what actually investing actually gives us, that kind of freedom it gives us, that I am free and uncommitted.
Right.
And plus, what advantage you have along with the promoters. Suppose tomorrow a promoter sees that his company is not going to perform well, maybe for next, say, 1 year or 2 years. He cannot sell his shares. But you are not carrying any baggage. You can sell the his shares tomorrow and invest in some other company.
True.
So it's a blessed business.
Yeah.
Till you abuse it.
You were talking about if you don't like the company and if you believe that in fact maybe the outlook's not good, you have no obligation, no baggage, you can sell the shares. But what about the SME space? You know, there was so much of momentum, so much of talk about it. Suddenly people are scared, but I was looking at a couple of shares and in fact, you know, some of companies, you have increased your shareholding there. So broadly, I wanted your view on the SME space. If you could explain to all our investors as well out there, it was supposed to be a good opportunity. Of late, there's a lot of fear.
I'll tell you, I personally do not discriminate whether it is a small cap or mid cap or SME or main board. It doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
If I like the company, I buy in any platform. If I do not like, I can sell any stocks tomorrow.
True.
Last year, I was very much bullish on Karnataka Bank. At one point of time, I was holding 2%, as you know that. But somehow I was not comfortable because to me, peace is very important. Peace is more important than making money in the market.
True.
So. But I was not happy with the performance of the company. So I sold my Karnataka Bank. Similarly, I cut short my position into Aries Agro also. And I switched over to like Everest Industries. I increased my position in because I thought maybe that will perform better than these companies. So ultimately, my money is in the market only.
People think they're playing a T20. They're coming in there and they want to make money right away. But that's not the case.
No, of course not. Then you will burn your hand. It's not possible. So one has to be careful because of the liquidity.
Absolutely. You know, one thing, Mr. Kedia, that I've seen in the past, this market will either make you a lot of money or it will teach you a lesson that you will never ever forget if you get it wrong. So you said, you know, one of those stocks that maybe didn't work out was Karnataka Bank. You were quite bullish and in fact you got out of it. But for the market on the whole, what is the biggest risk? People talk about, you know, we're getting into an election year. You know, crude has gone up as well. According to you, what is the biggest risk for our market now?
I don't know what is the risk. Risk is, if you can assess any risk, if you know that this is the risk, then that is not a risk. Okay. If you are talking about that maybe Modi government is a risk or crude is a risk, then I don't think that's a risk in the market because all these risks adjust itself with time. If suddenly something happens, then things are different. So I do not, of course, stock market as a whole is a risky business.
But what about political risk? How big a risk is that?
See, I will give you one simple example. I don't know whether Modi government will come or not, or whoever will come. Actually, this company was ruled by Congress for ever since we got independence. I think majority of the time it was ruled by Congress. Okay. So India so far reached whatever, as people are also saying that whatever policy this government has laid down or implemented had been laid down by the previous government. Okay. So Congress is also a tested government. Okay. BJP is actually doing something good. Okay. So I don't care. We have seen so many prime ministers. We have seen Mr. Devi Gowda also as a prime minister and so many other people from different walks of life. And at that point of time, I think as well, even the Devi Gowda government, the markets are fairly stable. That's what I'm saying. So the market actually adjusts all these things. So I am not, and I do not have any answers to this also. So I am not worried To me, it is not like a short-term thing. To me, it's like जीना यहाँ मरना यहाँ इसके सिवा जाना कहाँ.
अरे वाह sir, अरे वाह. We know about Vijay Kedia, the investor. What about Vijay Kedia, the entrepreneur? I remember once you had said about a good manager in a bad business.
Is better
that is better
than a bad manager in a good business.
Absolutely. So tell us about Mr. Vijay Kedia, the entrepreneur.
No, I am a failed entrepreneur. I am not a good entrepreneur at all. My mind doesn't work there.
Till now?
Till now, so far.
And as of now, you're managing only your own money. At some point of time, would you consider going out there and managing people's money? Could that be a possibility?
No, I don't know, because I don't want to be accountable to anybody rather than just income tax. I don't want to be accountable to anybody until unless somebody gives me $5 billion.
$5 billion, then you would consider it. But for the time being, you're happy with what you're doing.
I'm happy with what I'm doing.
So what about Vijay Kedia's mantra in life?
Mantra is very simple.
Market has to be there.
Nigel, I'll tell you whatever you have learned in your life, okay, you should actually, whatever you have learned, you should analyze.
Yeah.
You should implement.
Yeah.
And you should repeat.
Yeah.
Okay, like in cricket, once you get your position right, you are in your comfort zone, then don't try to switch, don't try to be adventurous every now and then.
Right.
Stick to your comfort zone and keep on repeating the process. But don't leave learning.
Absolutely.
Keep on learning at the same time, because if the situation changes, if the weather changes, if the pitch changes, then you have to change yourself. So that adaptability should be there.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, if you are on the right track, keep on repeating the same thing.
So we have markets, we have meditation, and what? Music.
Music. Yeah.
So those are the 3 M's that your mantras in life, if I have to say.
Yeah, and 4th is my wife named Manju.
Arey, wow, fantastic. You're hitting it out of the park, sir, now. Absolutely. Yeah. So I'm just catching you a bit off guard. But if you could sing a couple of lines of that particular song, and you could tell us, the meaning of that as well. And there's a message out there for market participants as well.
The song goes like that. है मार्केट उसी का मुनाफा उसी का लेके भूल जाए शेयर अच्छी कंपनी का मैनेजमेंट हो ऑनेस्ट एम्बिशन ना कम हो चैलेंजेस से खेलने का बाजुओं में दम हो वरना वो बजा देगा बैंड कंपनी का लेके भूल जाए शेयर अच्छी कंपनी का.
That was lovely, and what we got from there is you're talking about buying good companies, look at the promoters, buy it and forget it. You're definitely giving a message out there to our audience. Run us through, sir, some kind of details. What was your thought process when you were singing this song, and what is the message you're giving out there?
Actually, I was traveling from Bombay to Bangalore.
Okay.
So suddenly it came to my mind in the flight, while sitting in the flight.
Okay.
Well, why not I make it a song for stock market?
Stock market, absolutely.
So the message is very clear: invest for long term, and the management is a very important part. Management is like a driver of it's like a captain of your flight.
Yeah.
Okay, if he will do any mistakes, you will go down. One of my quote that what you look into a management, that he should be actually honest, hungry and smart.
Absolutely. So, and in the past, I remember you telling us about getting into a plane and enjoying the ride after that, if I got that right, enjoying the flight. Once you are already sitting in there, then there's nothing much you can do.
Yeah, nothing much you can do. If you're going from here to London, what else can you do after 1 hour of flying? You are only dependent on the captain of the flight. Then you just sit back and relax and have your wine or have your tea or green tea and enjoy life. That's it.
You were telling us about mistakes. I mean, some of those investments didn't work out. You said about Ares Agro, you talked about Karnataka Bank as well. But make a mistake once, make sure you don't repeat it.
Yeah, of course, you learn, no? As we grow old, we are learning. We are learning from as you also said, no? That you see, when we are making money, then we earn.
Yeah.
When we are losing money, then we learn.
True.
Okay, so when you're in the process of making money, that time you think whatever you are doing it right.
Correct.
So you don't learn from your winning things and all, right? So this is what I am also learning. So there is one quote of mine that buy like a bull, sit like a bear, and watch like an eagle. So this is what the only work I have left with, watching all my companies and how they are performing and keep on reshuffling them. Okay, so although the horizon is to hold them for 10 years or 15 years, that does not mean that I cannot sell my shares tomorrow. If I like something which is not going as per my mind and I am actually stressed, then I will cut off that position.
Absolutely.
I do not have any shame in that.
Oh, that's on that note, Mr. Kedia, thanks so much for coming down to our studio. It's been a pleasure talking to you. We'll wrap up on this edition of Masterclass with Mr. Vijay Kedia. Hope you enjoyed it.